What is good, credit people? Welcome to the channel. It's Bobbalam, and we're switching it up a little bit. I'm trying to get away from music because it's just that shit boring. I know a lot of people saw that Trip at Night track list and that Drake was supposedly on it from the thing that Trippie Redd posted on his Instagram. However, when you go on Apple Music for like the pre-save or some shit like that, I haven't even checked it because again, I do not care that much anymore. I feel like I've matured, like I don't know, turned into an old head, bro. I'm like 40 years old at this point. But as I was saying, Drake is on Trip at Night because he's trying to capitalize off that shit. So maybe I'll make a video on that just to say farewell to hip hop, or at least for like the little shit like that. Anyway, we're talking about the biggest finesse in history and why low key I might be getting a sex change. And I'm joking. Look, no way am I cutting open my gooch, putting a hole there so that some rando dude from the strip club can plow me, okay? I don't want no kids like that. I don't want to have no babies inside my stomach. However, you know, bitches do have a much easier life. I mean, I've been talking to my girl and all that. Like, these women, at least at my age or older, they really don't gotta pay rent. The dude kind of handles all of like the big expenses, so they get a paycheck from their job, or they don't even work. They just use all their money for whatever they want. That's why these bitches doing nails or whatever. If they had to carry all the responsibilities that a man had to do, and this ain't trying to be like a misogynist video, but if they had to carry all the responsibilities of like their future, taking care of you know, being the breadwinner and shit like that, in most cases they wouldn't be wasting their money on hella bullshit. I get so many packages from Bella every single day from new clothes she got. It's like, we in a fucking pandemic. Where are you wearing these clothes, bro or girl? Anyway, so why I'm changing into a woman, I'm getting a BBL, Brazilian butt lift, also getting some nice ass titties, double D, maybe even double G. No, double D. Double G will hurt my back, because I'm sure you've already heard the past couple of weeks there's been this story going around in that PJ Washington, this dude on the Hornets, was apparently dating Brittany Renner. Now, I get it, bro. He got the fattest ass on this planet, bro, and it's natural. I heard she even smashed Drake and like a bunch of other celebrities. You know why? Because that shit is fat, bro. You cannot deny it. So the simpery, you gotta give it to PJ Washington. Even if he does get finessed, like, I get it. It happens. You get an L. But what we're gonna find out a little bit later is that it was all fake news. But just to get into a little bit of the story, there's a video from the past wherein Brittany Renner was like, if you're trying to catch a check, the dumbest people are the athletes, because one, they don't wrap it up, meaning that it's the easiest person to make a come up off of, have a child with them, and then sue them for child support. Or I don't know if it's technically suing them, but you know, going to court, doing all that Bolshevik.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
Then a story comes out along with that video in which Brittany Renner apparently scored $200K per month in child support after having PJ Washington's baby. Now, if you do the math, and I'm sure you've already watched a few videos on this already, I'm a little bit late to the hype, but I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was hilarious. Also, I wanted to explain the fake news. That's 2.4 mil a year. What the fuck? Again, if all these bitches gotta do is have a fucking kid, I'ma change into a woman, bro. I might even get a knife and do a home operation. I might give myself, cut off my dick, cut off my balls, give myself a makeshift vagina, bro. Give myself some titties, I don't know. Get a turkey paster or whatever it's fucking called. Put some goddamn icing in it and just squirt them shits in my pecs, because holy shit, all this bitch had to do was fuck PJ Washington, have his kid, carry it for 9 months. I know it sucks. These pregnant women always complaining about it. You know, it hurts their back and all that. Probably some other issues, you know, your vagina stretches out. It's never the same. Maybe you get some stretch marks, but bro, $2.4 million a year and you don't gotta work. All you gotta do is take care of the kid. And again, I know taking care of a kid is hard work. My mom, bless you. You are a goat. And all the moms out there. However, for $2.4 million a year, you're making more than a lot of these executives of companies, and they're working 9 to 5, probably even more. Kids, They go to sleep. What do you got to do? Take them to the grocery store and shit? Maybe they cry a little bit, but again, 2.4 million a year. That's crazy. Of course, I would bear any child for $2.4 million a year if I don't have to do shit. And that's for 18 years, mind you. She got PJ Washington for 18 years. Or well, actually, she doesn't because, again, it was fake news. But the thing is, why this doesn't make sense, but we'll get into the conclusion of the video way later of why I'm still talking about it. PJ Washington's average salary was $3 million a year, 12 mil for 4 years, do the math. And apparently she filed a divorce 2 weeks after she had a baby. PJ Washington's, that is, secretly. And so seemingly it was all according to plan. She was just gonna bang PJ Washington out or let him bang her out with that fat ass chick. I don't even know how he fit it all the way into her goddamn hole because there's so much cheeks. It's already a fortress there's a moat. The dick can't even reach into the hole because there's just so much cheek. As I was saying though, it was all according to plan and in correlation to the video of how athletes are the dumbest and easiest to catch a check from with her past video that she posted on Instagram. People were claiming that PJ Washington got finessed because she never loved him or wanted to marry him or anything. She just wanted to finesse him for that 2.4 mil because again, if you can do that and you can not have to work for the rest of your life, all you got to do is pop out a baby, take care of it. And with $2.4 million a year, you can literally hire a nanny for, I don't know, 30K a year. So you ain't got to do shit, bro. You can buy it like Louis Vuitton diapers. You can buy yourself Louis Vuitton diapers like Kim K did because that ass looks stanky, but Brittany Renner's, you know, that shit natural. It's jiggly. It's everything you want in it. It's like a nice soft serve ice cream from McDonald's when the ice cream machine is working. But then we come to find out that PJ Washington claimed on Twitter it was cap, not to mention the fact that other news sources were coming out and saying that there was actually never a marriage filed. So PJ Washington and Brittany Renner, they couldn't have divorced because they were never married. And lastly, Brittany Renner claims that she has not filed for child support yet, and they were together for 2 months after the baby was born. So again, a lot of this information was incorrect, and this just goes to show kind of what I was talking about with the baby video, where like the media just takes a story and then everybody starts like hopping on top of it, trying to make their ad revenue and shit. Like nobody actually cares about the truth. It's all about like just entertaining and low-key just making your money. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just talking mad shit about Brittany Renner, PJ Washington, me wanting to stick a knife up my gooch to make a vagina. But even though it's fake news, the reason we still talking about this is because this actually happens in real life. Hella millionaires every single day get finessed by these chicks who low-key aren't even bad, bro. They just got makeup on. They got, you know, a little Instagram following. They got a fake booty. They got that BBL. They got some fake titties. But when they take that face of makeup off at night, they busted as hell, bro. There's not much you can do to well, actually, if you Kylie Jenner, you got to pour millions into your face. I feel like the bone structure, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm not like a surgeon or anything like that, but it's harder to make your face actually look good with these injections and shit. But the butt and boobs, that shit kind of easy. You just make it bigger, but you don't want your face to be bigger. That's when these bitches look bloated like a fucking blueberry in Willy Wonka. So speaking of these millionaires who get finessed by a lot of these chicks, and they have like a little fake marriage, the bitch acts like she loves them, pops out a baby, and then they divorce. I mean, Dr. Dre, and it's not the same situation because Dr. Dre and his wife were married since like 2009 maybe, but she copping $300K a month. Multiply that by 12. What is that, like 3.6 mil a year? She finessed the fuck out of Dr. Dre. Although, didn't he become like a billionaire for selling Beats by Dre to Apple? So maybe 300K is nothing. But with a lot of these very short-term relationships and also being a millionaire, don't you see it coming? Pause. Like, how many girls approach you when you got money at the club, throwing hella cash, you got a table, you popping bottles? How many bitches come up to you? Don't you know what they're trying to do? They don't actually fuck with you. They just want your money and the power. So how do you let them lock you down like that? Wrap it up. Athletes, if you don't want to wrap it up, And you really should, because they getting passed around within the league. And I don't know this because I'm not an athlete, but I assume that a lot of these bitches hit up like pretty much the whole roster. They go through cell phone numbers, they find email addresses, Snapchats of all the athletes and just message all of them and see how many they can hit. It's just the rule of numbers at that point. But how do these athletes and millionaires not see it coming? Because these bitches, you know what they're doing. Just get a quick suck or fuck and dip. Not to mention the fact that you're rich. You can probably smash hella hoes at the same time, so why are you even getting married? And if you do get married, you find a good one, the one that's not smashing all the athletes, although her track record is probably the to-do list of fucking SpongeBob. Why are none of these people signing prenups? It's a girl, right, who came from nothing, literally got no cash. All she got is the BBL. That's what she spent all her money on. And maybe some injections here and there, make her look beautiful, nice, squishy, all that. And then you got like, say 10, 20 million dollars. You got to protect yourself as a millionaire. How are we letting them do this to us? And no, I'm not a millionaire, but I plan on being one. And even if I do get married, and I already told you on the second channel, I probably won't, because I don't believe in marriage like that, because of situations exactly like this. We sign an agreement. And of course, I want to take care of my children, give her child support if we were to end up breaking up, divorcing, or whatever. And I do want my ex-wife to live a good life. I might hate her, but you know, to take care of a child, the mom's got to be happy as well, or else she's just going to teach the kid to hate you. And as a millionaire, I assume you are somewhat educated, or at least smart in some manner, so you would have the logic to sign that prenup. But in addition to that, also the laws are just against being a man today, bro. Child support needs reform. I understand that moms need help sometimes, need money from these dads who are just walking away from the situation. A lot of these moms don't even get money, so of course they need to be held liable. However, the system is also taking largely advantage of some of these very rich men. No bitch needs $2.4 million a year to take care of a child. Give her, you know, 30K extra, but make her work as well. Or give her 60K, 100K, I don't know what it is. But 2.4 million a year is overboard. Not to mention the fact in Brittany Renner's situation, she's uber rich anyway, so it would not even make sense for a judge or the court to give her 2.4 million a year, because she probably already making that. Well, she probably making more money than PJ Washington. Well, actually, I don't know about that, but she's probably making a bag just from posting ass pics on Instagram. She even got her own book talking about finessing dudes or something. So in conclusion, that is why sometimes I low-key wish I was a woman. They got an easier life, but no, I do not want to bleed out of one of my like infinite holes in my body. But you know, sometimes with situations like this, when people are getting finessed for $2.4 million, it makes you think. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, coming back with a wig and some fake titties next video if I'm lucky. Let me know in the comments what you think about this situation and just child support, spousal laws, and if you think that women have an easier life than men sometimes. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, clap people. No, I'm saying.